Hi, it's Fiona from GetYourRockOut. I'm here with Blitz Kids, well, two of. Hi guys,
Hello.
Nice to see you.
You? How have you been?
Good, thank you. How are you?
I'm alright, yeah.
I'm glad to hear it. Busy?
Yes. No. Yes.
Yes and no.
I've been off for a couple of weeks, so I'm alright.
Oh, it's good. Have you had a holiday?
No. Unless the couch qualifies.
That counts as a holiday, I should imagine, because it's been a huge year for you guys, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's been eventful.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Anything special happened this year, Nick? Shall we start with, I don't know, what shall we start with? Let's start with the new album, the fantastic new album. Let's start there and move forward.
Well, yeah, obviously the album came out in January. Yeah. And yeah, we've just been sort of trying to put it in as many people's ears as possible at the moment. So we've just been, pretty booked up for the rest of the year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You had a run of shows to promote the album, the launch shows, didn't you? And I was at the Manchester one.
Oh yeah.
It was very emotional.
It was very
I have to say.
Yeah, especially Manchester's always one of those towns that we play and nobody ever really bothers to show up.
I'm always there.
I know. You're the loyal one, you see. But yeah, it was cool. We sold it out and we had loads of technical difficulties, didn't we? So hopefully there'll be people at the next Manchester show.
No, it's funny you should mention technical difficulties actually, because obviously when you're on stage and you get something technical going wrong, it's like major crisis, isn't it? But in terms of being in the crowd, there's a lot of things that happen. I was watching a band last weekend and the guitarist started stropping off and throwing things around and I'm thinking, what's going on? I can't hear. And that was something technical that he'd obviously picked up on.
But nobody else had. I think maybe it's one of those things like if you're on stage, 9 times out of 10 the people in the crowd won't have a clue that it's happened. But obviously if you're on stage you're trying to do your job, so it annoys the hell out of you. And you're just like, fucking hell. Especially if you, like, for example, mess something up. Like, no one will notice that, but for yourself, you're just like, fuck.
Yeah, that's it. It's very important to you.
And then after that, you're just like, oh, I've had a shit show. Like, we've had all these technical problems, but then everyone's like, no, it's amazing. It's like,
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I always, when I come off and I'm like, wow, I played really badly, is the day that everyone will come up and be like, that was amazing. I'm like, oh, right, cool. Yeah. Definitely. Because no one ever has a perfect show in their own heads. We come off one day like, that's fucking perfect. And you're like, it wasn't very great today.
Yeah, then
when you go, oh, I played amazingly. And it was like, I've seen you better. It's like, oh, right, okay, cool. It's a strange paradox.
I do think you are one of those bands though who seem to get better and better every time I see you.
Brilliant, that's the plan, thank you. It's all going according to plan.
It's all good. So, well, I have to ask you about Sunday brunch.
Oh, yeah.
Tell me, how was that?
It was amazing.
Did you feel like proper stars?
It felt very weird. It was like I was watching it the weekend before we played, and it was can't think what the band was on it, but they just had like a #1 single, and I was like, we're on next week, why the hell are we going on it? Like these guys have got a #1 single, they got like a right to be on there, why are we there? So it was very surreal, but it was very, very cool experience.
Yeah. Was it good in terms of exposure as well? Have you had a lot off the back of that? Or?
It's hard to tell. I think it did quite a lot for us.
Yeah.
I know there's a lot of good feedback. Album sales that week, didn't it? Quite a lot.
A lot of good feedback on socials and stuff from people watching it who hadn't even heard of the band before.
Oh, that's good. That's the name of the game, isn't it? I suppose.
I think their viewership was like 1.7 mil or something. So.
Wow.
Yeah. Pretty good. Very nerve-wracking.
Yeah.
And very early in the morning. We had to be there at we had to get up at like 6, right?
Ooh.
And it was the longest morning. But when we finished, it was about 2, so we could go to the pub.
Oh, good.
And to the pub we did.
Tried to get Khalees out, but she wouldn't have it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Or was she on with you?
Yeah, she was on with us. Tried to get her to go to the pub, but she's busy.
Just rude.
It was her turn to buy the champers as well, so
Oh, was it?
always cheaping out.
Oh, that's it. Yeah, making an excuse.
Yeah, exactly.
So, new singles out. Perfect.
Yes.
With a lovely video.
Yes.
Yeah?
Very happy with the video.
Yeah.
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 Good. I'm really glad to hear it. It's all good.
No, we got Joe Connor who did he did the Sometimes video, And on my own.
And on my own, yeah. And he's just a mentalist, isn't he?
Yeah.
So he just comes up with these concepts and we're like, yes, you smashed it again.
Yeah.
So he did really well.
So you just leave it up to him, he comes with the ideas and you just go along with...
Well, he'll send out like a few like treatments, and then we'll say, "Oh, quite like the look of that one."
Yeah,
and then
he sent us like 4 or 5, didn't he? But it was, I think the concept was cool, so we were like, and he was really excited about it, so you always know it's good when he's really excited about it.
Fantastic.
Yeah, the man with the most energy in the world.
yeah.
And then start to
in the morning,
so how is he still going? I think it's heroin, but I'm not sure.
All right, okay, maybe somebody should investigate that.
I'll speak to him.
I think so.
Intervention.
And as if all that wasn't enough, you are about to start your biggest ever headline tour as well at the end of October, end of this month. I've forgotten.
About a week and a half.
I'm going.
Last day of September it starts, and it runs to about halfway through October.
We've got some Irish shows next week.
Yeah.
Beforehand.
Right.
Should be good.
Fantastic.
Ireland.
Yeah.
Warm up in Ireland.
Is it going to be a bit like that then?
It's always
Is
a bit
it?
like
It's
that. I mean,
always
come on.
It's like, actually, it is good.
It's getting on, yeah.
Yard arm, it is
Saturday.
getting on.
Yeah, and it's the weekend, so
It's Saturday night, there.
exactly. Yeah.
So are you going anywhere you've not been before on this tour?
No, been everywhere.
Been everywhere, done everything.
No, been everywhere.
Yeah, we've toured quite extensively.
A few places we haven't been for a long time, like Liverpool,
Yeah,
place like that.
everyone likes Liverpool. Home of the Beatles.
Other than that, it's just usual places.
Do you still get people going, oh, why aren't you coming to...
Yeah.
Immediately, as soon as you send out the tweet with the dates, why aren't you playing in Skegness? Because it's Skegness, love. Come on. But no, it should be good. We tried to book the venues a little bit bigger this time, so we'll see if it pays off. Just show up on a stage with a half-empty room. Yeah.
I'm sure I can't see. I think this album is so good. I think it's absolutely brilliant.
Oh, thank you.
I think if you, I just want everybody to love it as much as I do. It's amazing.
So do we.
It's one of those albums I put on and I'm just like, yeah, you're right. You know, when you listen to some of the lyrics, I'm like, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. It's just, it feels really sort of right. It's a really good, solid album.
I think it's quite cohesive as well. It's sort of one you obviously can listen to just some tracks, but I like to listen to it as a body of work. Really get involved.
Well, you have that song on, and of course, because I've put myself on the spot now, I can't think of the name of the track, about coming from a small town.
Roll dice.
Roll the dice, that's it. And that was the line that was going through my head, stupidly. I should have done that. So, is that properly autobiographical, that then? Is that something that you really feel, that a small town, it's anybody's guess who'll marry who in the end, that kind of thing, that is something that you had to escape from?
Not escape, but it was just we wanted to do well, so we wanted to sort of spread our wings. But it's just, I think it's just small town syndrome. I think everyone resents their hometown somewhat.
Especially if it's like, small town, rather than growing up in like a city.
Yeah.
Like,
because when you go home, you know everyone. You're like, hi, and it's a bit like, we just wanted to sort of get out
where everybody knows your business.
But it was also and it was also the thing that it was one of the songs that we wrote while we were writing the album, and it's one of the last ones we finished, right?
Yeah, it's the last one, yeah.
And so it just felt it was sort of a nod to us doing how we were doing, because obviously we were sunning ourselves in LA while we were writing an album with John Feldman, our hero. So it was a bit like, we're doing all right. We're doing all right.
You're doing all right. So that's, you're doing all right then. What's next on the doing all right plan?
No idea.
I think we're going to
got this tour. Yeah, we were.
Oh, really?
Yeah, well, we were meant to be going over to Europe straight after this tour, but that got cancelled.
Oh, I read about that.
Yeah.
That was really bad.
That was real shame, because we were really looking forward to that tour.
Yeah.
So that got cancelled, so that sort of messed our plans up a bit for the rest of the year. But we're trying to sort something out to go over to Europe. If not, it'll be early next year.
Yeah.
But I think other than that, we're just going to be writing and demoing new songs.
Yay.
For album 2.
Number 2, the tricky follow-up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you're no strangers to doing that sort of thing, are you? Because you did Vagrants and Vagabonds, and that seems like a long time ago now, and Never Die EP as well. So
Yeah.
you've been in and out and done that process, so it shouldn't be that tricky, should it?
No, I think we've got a lot of ideas floating around because it's obviously we wrote the last album ages ago. So we're always whenever we're at home and stuff. I'm sure we're all writing. Everyone's the same. So hopefully we've got some really good ideas and we get into that studio and smash it out.
Well, here's hoping. Here's hoping.
Yeah.
Nick and Matt, it's been nice to meet you. Thank you very much
Thank you very
indeed
much.
for talking
Thank
to
you very
me.
much.
Have a great set later on. I'll be there jumping up and down like a mad fool. Absolutely. Yeah. Cheers, guys. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.